All right, so now we're going to be looking at question 1 of the English passage 1. And so that question starts right here. In our 1-acre garden, the weight of the tomato plants would slump with ripening fruit, the stems would break, and the pungent smell of late summer would be released. So the portion we're concerned with is this underlined phrase right here, weight of the. So if you didn't know where to start for this question, the best place to start would be with the most concise answer choice. And looking through these answer choices, we can see that D is the most concise answer choice. By concise, I mean that it has the least amount of words or the least amount of punctuation. Now, these answer choices don't have any punctuation, and so we're going to go with the option that has the least amount of words. And I know it has the least amount of words because omit, in this case, or in all cases, means that we're going to take out the words and not replace it with anything because it just says omit the underlined portion. So we're just going to pretend it's not there. So I'm going to read through this sentence without the underlined phrase weight of the. So in that case, it would read, in our 1-acre garden, the tomato plants would slump with ripening fruit, the stems would break, and the pungent smell of late summer would be released. If, as you can see, this answer choice has the sentence retaining its meaning. So the sentence still makes sense. It still says the same thing, essentially. And so we could move on right here. We could choose D and move on because 80% of the time, the most concise answer, as long as it still makes sense, will be our correct answer. So you could choose it and move on, but we'll still go through the other answer choices just so you can see why they are incorrect. So A and B, weight of the and size of the, are very, very similar. And if we can see, weight of the tomato plants would slump with ripening fruit. Now, this breaks one of our redundancy rules. And if you remember, or if you didn't know, there's 2 types of redundancy. There is actual redundancy where it's the same word, like in answer choice C, ripening and ripening. Or there's implied redundancy. And A and B are implied redundancy. Weight of the, as well as size of the, implies the same meaning as this phrase ripening fruit. We assume if fruit is ripening, it's getting bigger and therefore heavier. And so that would slump the tomato plant. And so since those things are essentially the same phrase, we're going to cross them out. And like I said earlier, ripening is another form of redundancy because we have the same word ripening right here. And so that is also incorrect. So we're left with our original thought, answer choice D. Answer choice D is correct.